So, hello learner, I welcome on the class of construction management. So, today I will discuss about the what is project management and what are the basic criteria of the project management, and after that, what are the various techniques of the project management, and after that, I will discuss the what is activity and what is event. So, let us discuss. Firstly, I will discuss about the syllabus of the construction management. So this is the GATE syllabus according to GATE 2021, GATE 2021. Type of construction project, project planning, network analysis, and like PERT and CPM and cost estimation. If I talk about the weightage of this topic, so in GATE exam you will get 3 to 4 marks. Last year, no question will be asked by GATE. So this is the most probability that you will get the question from this year, question from this construction management in this year. And if I talk about the ESE prelims, so 10 to 12 marks for in prelims, and mains it is 30 to 40 marks in ESE mains. So let us start about the introduction part. So every project has one specific task, and it starts its specific point of time and should be completed when all its objective accomplished or achieved. Any project has the following three objectives, and these objectives are: it must be completed in minimum capital investment, and the second one is it must be completed in minimum elapsed time, and it must be utilized all the resources available. So resources means what is the meaning of resources? So material, manpower, money, equipments, space, time are being referred as the resources. So what are the elements of project management? There are three types of there are three elements of the project management. The first one is planning, scheduling, and controlling. So what is planning? So this is the most important aspect of the project management. It deals with the defining of the object and identification of the resources required for the completion of project. Similarly, scheduling means allocation of the resources to different activities involved in the execution of the project. And both planning and scheduling is done before the commencement of the project or starting of the project. And the third is controlling. Controlling refers to the execution of planning and scheduling. And controlling is done during the execution of the project. So what are the different techniques of the project management? So there are four techniques of the project management. The first one is bar chart or Gantt chart. This is the oldest techniques and given by the developed by the Henry Gantt. That's why it is also called Gantt chart. So in Gantt chart or bar chart, this is the bar chart diagram in which activity and time of completion is shown. We can see that for activity A, this is the completion time, and for activity B, this is the completion time, and similarly, this is the activity C and D. So start and end point of the bar indicates time of start and finish time of the activity. So start and end point of the bar indicate time of start and finish time of activity. Hence, length of the bar refers to the time required for the completion of the activity. Second technique of the project management is milestone chart, and this is the modification over bar chart. Milestone represents the key event of an activity, which refers to a particular instant of time that makes the completion of a certain portion of the activity. So we can see that the milestone chart is this is the milestone, and we can see that this is the activity and time of completion. So we can see that the time of completion of the different activity like E and This is the another activity. And the third one is linked bar chart. So linked bar chart is the logical links are used to represent the relationship between activity that are expressed in the forms of bar on the chart. So in linked bar chart, the bar diagram attached with the various links. And the fourth one is work breakdown structure. So WBS are drawn by considering the end objectives and breaking into the number of small manageable units on the basis of size, time, and effort required for its completion. So we can see that if I have to construct a house, so the various works is divided like that, and the construction of foundation, construction of concrete, construction of slab, brick work, and carpentry work, sanitary work, and electrical work. Further, this construction of foundation can be divided like excavation, reinforcement, and concreting. And this reinforcement is further divided into bending, placing, and binding. So the entire work is divided into various small activities. And the last one that is very important, and we will study or we will use this technique, that is network technique. So network is the flow of diagram which consists of activity consists of activity and event connected logically and sequentially with each other as required for the completion of the project. So network technique is the modification over the milestone chart in which all the limitations are being removed. So whatever the limitation of the milestone chart, that will be removed by the network technique and can be used for the bigger and complex project. So this technique I will use for further. And there are two types of network diagram. That is, first one is activity on arrow network diagram, and the second one is activity on node network diagram. In short, activity on arrow network diagram is called AOA, and activity on node network diagram is called AON. So what is the difference between AOA and AON? So activity are represented on arrow. But in activity on node, activities are represented on node. And in activity on arrow diagram, events are represented on node, and in AON diagram, there is no place for the events. In AON network, dummy are used. So what is dummy? So dummy is without taking time. There is a logical relationship made. No resources are required, no time is required. So in AOA network, dummy are used, but there is no place for the dummy in activity on node. AO networks can be used in CPM and PERT. Activity on arrow network can be used as critical path method and PERT method, but in activity on node network diagram can be used only in CPM and network. So AON network diagram can be used only for the CPM. And it is comparatively difficult to modify AO activity on arrow network diagram, but it is comparatively easy to modify activity on node network diagram. So these are the various elements of network like event, and event can be represented by this diagram, this shape, this shape. And the various types of event like tail event, head event, predecessor event, successor events. So what is tail event? So an event which marks the starting of an activity is referred as tail event. So at the starting event is called tail event, like 1, 3 and 2. We can see that after event 1 there are so many events will be there. So this is the just starting of an activity is referred as the tail event. So 1, 2 and 3 is the tail event. Similarly, head event is an event which marks completion of an activity is referred as head events. This is the completion of the event. 2, 3 are the head event. Similarly, the dual role event. Event 6 is the dual role. Means some activity has started and some activity has finished. So this is the dual role of event. Similarly, successor event and predecessor event. So let us. This is the network diagram. Here the various events are there: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are the various events. So we can for first event there will be no successor event, sorry, there will be no predecessor event, because before event 1 there will be no another event is there, because this is the starting event, or initial event we can say. So there is a no predecessor event, but the successor event we can write 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Similarly, for the event 2, the predecessor event is 1, but the successor event we can write 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Similarly, for the third event, we can write the predecessor event is 1 and 2, and the successor event is 6 and 7. Similarly, for the event 4, we can write the predecessor event is 1 and 2, and the successor event is 6, 7. Similarly, for the event 5, we can write the predecessor event is 1, 2, and the successor event is 6, 7. And similarly, for the event 6, we can write the predecessor event is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the successor event is 7. And for the event 7, there is no successor event, but the predecessor event is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the predecessor event. So same thing I have written here. Event 1, the tail event is, this is also called tail event or initial event. And for event 1, there will be no head event. Dual role event, there will be no dual role of event, and successor events, as I told you that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there is no predecessor event. For event 2, this is the tail event, and there is no head event, and there is no dual role. But sorry, 2 is the dual role. We can see that 2 is also successor and predecessor for some other events. So this is the dual role, and the predecessor event for the 2 is 1, and the successor is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these things I have written, and that is already discussed. After that, I will discuss what is activity. So activity is the actual performance of the task network, which requires both time and other resources towards completion. Like excavation, so in excavation, both time and resources are required. Erection of turbine, once again the time and resources are required. Casting of beams, so in this type of activity, once again both time and resources are required. So these are the example of activity like excavation, execution of turbine, and casting of beam. So activity is represented on the activity and done by arrow. So this is A is the activity, and IJ are the events. So this activity has, we can see that some times to complete this activity. And there are various types of activity. There are 5 types of activity, like parallel activity, serial activity, successor, predecessor activity, and dummy activity. So this is the example of parallel activity. For event 6, parallelly 3 activities running PQRs. That's why it is called parallel activity. Serial activity means once the one activity is completed, then the another activity will start. So this type of activity will cause, and then R activity only start when Q activity will be finished. So this type of activity is called serial activity. And similarly, successor activity and predecessor activity. So these are the various activity we can see: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. And for A, we can see that the successor activity is B, C, D, E, F, G, H, but there is no predecessor activity. Similarly, for the activity B, we can see that the predecessor activity is A, but the successor activity is E and H. Similarly, for the C activity C, we can see that the predecessor activity is A, and the successor activity is F and H. And for the D, we can see that the successor activity is G and H, and the predecessor activity is A. Similarly, for the activity E, we can see that the predecessor activity is A and B, and the successor activity is H. And for the F, we can see that the predecessor activity is A and C, and the successor activity is A. Similarly, we can write for the activity G, so the predecessor activity is A and D, and the successor activity is H. And for the H, there is no successor activity, but the predecessor activity is E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So these are the predecessor activity. Dummy activity, as I told you that the activity which neither requires time nor any other resources for its completion is called dummy activity. So no time but and no resources are required, but there is a logical network. For making the logical network, activity is used to establish the grammatical and logical relationship between the other activity in the network. Generally, we use dummy activity. So, dear student, today I have discussed the different techniques of the project management, like bar chart, milestone chart, work breakdown, structure, and networks analysis. And after that, I have discussed about the what is activity and what is event, and various types of activity and various types of event. So in the next class, I will discuss the what are the different rules to draw the network, and after that I will discuss the Fulkerson rule to draw the network diagram.